This is the moment a World Cup is won. The response to this trophy isn't limited to the players on the pitch. It is felt by billions of people across entire continents simultaneously. We develop connections to individual players that are so intense, their physical performance dictates our emotional state. When a team succeeds, the fans in the stands and at home adopt a very specific linguistic habit. They describe the victory by saying, "We won." But look at what happens the moment that same team fails. The language changes. Suddenly, the fans describe the loss by saying, "They lost." This is a strange contradiction. The fans on the couch did not catch a ball or throw a block, yet they claim the victory as a personal achievement while treating the defeat as a distant event. This shift is more than just sports talk. It is a psychological process where the brain removes the distance between the fan and athlete, merging their identities to share in a success the fan didn't actually earn. The reason this identification is so powerful is because watching an event creates a physical reaction inside the observer's head. This is driven by mirror neurons. These cells fire whether you perform an action yourself or simply watch someone else do it. In a 2023 study, researchers monitored brain activity while people watched a golfer. They were looking for a specific type of signal called mu rhythm suppression to track mirror neuron engagement. The study found that when novices watched highly skilled experts, their mirror neurons didn't respond at their full capacity. However, activity spiked when the observer perceived a similarity to the person they were watching, even if they were both beginners. This is the mechanism fans use on game day. By identifying with a specific team, a fan creates a sense of similarity that allows their brain to neurologically simulate the athlete's experience as if it were their own. But there is a second process that starts the moment the game ends and the physical simulation stops. In 1976, Robert Cialdini conducted a series of studies on college football fans to see how they managed their association with their teams after a game. In his first experiment, researchers monitored the clothing choices of students on the Mondays following their school's football games. This table shows the results. Across 7 different universities, there was a consistent increase in students wearing school-identifying apparel after a team victory. But look at the non-wins column. When the team lost, that tendency to wear school colors dropped significantly. In a second experiment, Cialdini tested whether this connection showed up in the way students spoke about the game. The results confirmed the pattern. Students predominantly used the word "we" when describing a win, but distanced themselves by using "they" or describing the score neutrally after a loss. There was one final discovery. The people most likely to use "we" to associate with a winning team were those who had just suffered a personal failure in a different task. Their use of "we" surged to 40%. Cialdini called this basking in reflected glory. It's a psychological tool used to claim connection with a successful stranger to support our own self-esteem. Fandom is a process with 2 parts. First, we use mirror neurons to simulate an athlete's physical success. Then, we use the language of association to harvest that success and repair our own self-image. The toggle between "we won" and "they lost" is a strategic management of identity. It is the brain choosing when to absorb prestige and when to distance itself from failure. The next time you find yourself saying "we" after a big win, consider the hidden calculations your brain is making to manage your social standing. When was the last time you felt your own status changed based on a game you didn't play? Let us know in the comments.